Hello, hello, and welcome back for more thrilling jigsaw action as I, Perfidious Pete, fit together the scattered fragments of the puzzle of Kaitlin Greenbriar's missing family in my shuffle mode play of Gone Home. Though, if this were actually a jigsaw puzzle, I'm pretty sure I'd have picked up the box, looked at the picture on the front, and set it down unopened, because the Greenbriar clan seems to be sort of a mess. Kaitlin's dad is on the verge of getting fired from his job as a freelance writer, which is a pretty damn impressive feat. I mean, the guy's getting fired from a job he technically doesn't even have. Though, I suppose that makes sense, given that, as far as I can tell, he spends his days drinking bathtub gin and jerking it to Russian porno mags while dreaming up titles for his unwritten novel. Kaitlin's mom is largely an absolute blank, in that the only thing we know about her, other than the fact that she has a 3-hour commute to and from work every day, is that she buys generic brand tissues. And as for Kaitlin's sister Sam, she's arguably at the heart of the mystery, but we still only know very little about her. I mean, we know that she sucks at Street Fighter. She manipulates her friend, Danny, and uses him so that she can get a copy of his video game. And that she seems to have a penchant for bad girls who hang out down at the 7-Eleven. Sam may also have inherited a bit of Dad's creative flair with her writing, though her recent effort seems mostly unappreciated by her health teacher, Mrs. Myers. Though, in Sam's defense, evidence does suggest that Mrs. Myers is kind of a humorless, uptight bitch. So, I mean, we gotta kind of give credit to Sam on that one. That was a pretty good little story. Oh, and also, I'm pretty sure that somebody just got murdered upstairs, and that an unknown assailant is dragging their corpse around by the arms, because I can hear their heels dragging across the floorboards. So, you know, maybe we should just get busy here and go check that out, I guess. I mean, Jigsaw is probably up there with some kind of elaborate death trap waiting for us. We should really check it out and see what it is, I guess. So let's do that. I mean, that'll be fun, right? Getting trapped in a Carrie Elway's style mystery. We can watch him chop his foot off. He'll limp out the door at the end with the somewhat ambiguous ending. All right, so, ooh, pack of cards. So, Akichi brand playing cards. Clearly somebody is a big-time Pinochle fan. I'm pretty sure we're going to need to read that newspaper. So let's put the Pinochle cards back where we got them. What do you say? Up here? Okay, or we could just, like, throw them around. Yeah, let's just do that. That's fine. Controlled burn scheduled for Boone County. Boone County. Plumes of smoke will rise above the northeastern region of Boone County over the better part of next week as part of a Forest Service-run controlled burn of overgrown sections of the Flintlock National Forest. Forestry crews have been preparing the area for months. The burn operation will take place between 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and possibly into Thursday, depending on the speed of progress, according to the Forestry Service. In addition to removing dead and overgrown vegetation that can lead to wildfires in drier months, the operation will serve as a valuable training tool for the Forestry Service and firefighting personnel involved, said senior conservationist Janice Greenbriar. Smoke will likely linger in the area through the following weekend. So she saved this clipping just because it mentioned her name? Geez, Mom, that's a little self-centered. I mean, that's bordering on some pretty serious narcissism, Mom. I mean, it just mentioned your name. It's a very minimalist painting of what appears to be an orchid, or are those lilacs? Can't really tell. Don't really care. Let's go find the corpse. I don't suppose you come on. No, but let's, there we go. I'm gonna guess the room with the radioactive sign is probably Sam's. We got a pen here. A read personal calendar. Well, yeah, this isn't invasive at all. Let's check out somebody's personal calendar. Cooking class, take apron, ballroom, dancing. Ooh, fancy. Although that's crossed out. So is couples bowling. Okay. Cooking class is still on, though. Couples bowling, cooking class, ballroom, dancing. Cooked a big meal for Jerry and Sam. All right. So Mom's clearly taking some classes. That's good. It's good to stay busy. Good to stay busy. Sorry about the ballroom dancing thing. Though, given Dad's proclivity to stay home and jerk it to Russian porno mags, I mean, maybe your marriage might be falling apart a little. More pens, more pencils, another eraser. I'm sure some kind of note we should read. A form. Notice of temporary personnel transfer. Bruce Pendleton, head of personnel, State Forestry Service. To aid in the upcoming prescribed burn operation, a ranger with expertise in the procedure is being transferred to the station at Flintlock National Forest, effective 9/2/94. Please see attached personnel file. Overseer of Flintlock Forestry Service, Senior Conservationist Janice Greenbriar is charged with the supervision of transferred personnel. During the duration of transfer will be based upon personnel performance, as well as recommendation of the overseeing officer, signed Bruce Pendleton, 8/4/94. So shortly after we left, Mom got put in charge of a big project with a bunch of new people. And based on the fact that she's not necessarily with the forestry service anymore, I'm guessing maybe something went wrong? Also, that makes keeping the article even more weird. I mean, if it was a personal tragedy for you, would you really want to keep a fucking reminder about it in the hallway? Not sure I would. What are you? Pick up a cassette case. The BratMobile Potty Mouth. Very punk. Oh, for Sam. It opens. Love thing. Oh, wait. We want to. No, I want to read BratMobile Potty Mouth, damn it. These lyrics are for me. It says for Sam. So somebody made Sam a mixtape. So that's why I'm reading it. Love tabs, cherry bomb, throwaway, PRD. Cherry bomb, good song. Polaroid baby, panic, bitch theme, Richard Cool Summer. Okay, Cool Summer. Yeah, little go-go's. All right. Let's just put that back.
It's weird hanging out with girls. Daniel was around ever since I was little, and other girls, I don't know. But being around Lonnie is like instantly just right. I gave her the grand Psycho House tour and took my revenge on Super Nintendo. And it was like, I don't know, I finally found someone I feel normal around. I drove her home and she gave me this tape and said, "You have got to listen to this." I haven't stopped playing it since.
Yeah, mixtapes will do that. They're sort of a romantic thing. All right. So clearly Sam's crush has escalated. That's cool. Whatever. Seems like maybe she should let Danny know she's not really into him, because it seems like maybe Danny is interested in her romantically, and if she's not down with that, she should maybe just let him down easy. Stop leaving every damn line in the house on. You're as bad as your sister. Come on, Mom. You're still fucking blaming me. I've been gone for a year in Amsterdam. You don't know what I've been doing to the lights. To whom it may concern, I, Samantha Greenbriar, am 17 years old and therefore an independent, fully functional human being. The fact that you still forbid me from going into the city on my own is, frankly, absurd. Compare with Katie, who is only 3 years older than me and yet allowed her to go all the way across an ocean to another continent on her own. I just want to spend an evening in a normal, totally safe city on my own like a human being. And since you may also remember that I have my own car now, you really can't stop me. Warmest regards, your daughter Samantha. Alright, so a sternly worded letter? Yeah, I would say more of a harshly worded letter. So do we really want to just go check out Sam's room? I mean, clearly that's what they're encouraging us to do. So let's do that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure my sister would be more than a little upset with me if she knew I just wandered into her room and am gonna randomly start rifling through all of her possessions. This is a good way to get yourself fucking scratched up by a very, very angry teenage girl. So we get a 3-ring binder with nothing in it. Let's put that back. The tape is missing, so we can't actually listen to the mixtape. Oh, wait. Or can we? Oh, ho, ho. Sam wears a lot of flannel. Very punk. So Sam clearly is cutting edge. And that... Yeah, okay, I don't want to listen to any more of that. This is BratMobile Cool Schmool. Fantastic. Is there a B-side? Let's check out the B-side. B-side? Nope. Apparently BratMobile just has the one song. They couldn't actually come up with a follow-up B-side hit for their fantastic debut single, Cool Schmool. Let's just put that right back where we found it and forget that we ever heard it. If you're gonna go for the whole punk thing, kind of like the Josie and the Pussycats sort of Pretenders kind of feel, maybe don't sound like the Go-Go's. That's all I'm gonna say, because the Go-Go's were not punk. So we're looking at a test pattern. All right, why is every VCR in the house missing? I'm just curious about that. Why are they gone? So what do we got here? Adventurous the Cat returns. Oh, man, because, you know, when I played the first Adventurous the Cat, I was like, fuck me, I can't wait for them to come out with a sequel. I gotta know what the hell that cat is gonna get up to, because that cat is one fucking adventurous cat. Yeah, that cat is a crazy cat. In that both he is a cool cat and also actually a feline. Chun-Li moves. Ah, clearly chimping to Chun-Li. Come on, man. Everybody knows that in the original Street Fighter, it was E Honda that was overpowered, man. Chun-Li was a little bit weak. Gonna lose to Blanca every time, man. Gonna lose to Blanca every time. Anyway, she wrote down the codes because apparently Sam is incapable of remembering 4 fairly routine moves for Street Fighter. I guess that kind of enhances the fact that she's really fucking bad at it. Journey of Crystal. Sure. Kind of a JRPG kind of thing going. And Super Spitfire. Well, Super Spitfire, of course, the seminal follow-up to regular Spitfire, which was an original NES game, not a Super Nintendo game. The original Spitfire, one of the hardest 2D side-scrolling shooters ever created by man. It's pretty much legendary in the Nintendo community. Speedrunning records, I bet Sam probably holds a couple. So, another board game. Let's check this one out. Got your number. Are you going to dance with anyone who's got a crush on you? 3 to 5 players, ages 9 and up. Thank you, Got Your Number, for putting the recommended ages on the box for this one. Now I know that this product does include me as its demographic, as I am more than 9 years of age. Thank you, Got Your Number. I appreciate it. All right, well, let's see what this game is all. Is there a way we can rotate this so we can read it? There we go. Do you like sports? Would you introduce me to your friend? Are you busy Friday? So dreamy. Get your friends together. It's time to find out who has a big crush. Is it Matt from science class? Or Daryl from track? You'll never know unless you've got his number. Oh, that sounds like a slumber party dream game to me. I would check that out. All right, so we got a chapter. Sam had this in like 4th grade. So a binder. Aha, there was a note in the binder. We should probably check that out. Or it's just another copy of the Bible. All right, this time in white. So your Bible available not only in your basic black, but also available in new glaring fluorescent white. Is that a friendship bracelet? Can we grab that? This is mittens. All right, so, or just mitten, I guess. Well, I feel a little bad about that. It means our pet is probably dead. What's this plaque look like? S is for special, A is for adorable, M is for merry, A is for affectionate, N is for nice, T is for thoughtful, H is for honest, A is for admirable. You know, a couple of these things don't really seem that appropriate for Samantha. Based on her treatment of Danny, I gotta say, she's not really very honest. She's not particularly affectionate, doesn't seem overly nice. Her hateful notes to her mother, also not seeming particularly thoughtful, nice, merry, or adorable. So I gotta say, not really sure your little acronym is fully accurate there. Alright, The King's Labyrinth, Chapter 2, Fraying Threads. Captain Allegra, still in her flowing skirt and sturdy jerkin, ascended the single shining thread into the lower cavern of the labyrinth. She and the first mate, on their own now, grew closer to their goal, the throne room of the dead immortal king of the island. The first mate slid down the line onto the stone floor. She swept chalky bone dust from the front of her canvas trousers and looked up at Allegra. Why is she wearing canvas pants? That seems really uncomfortable. The silken thread, nigh unbreakable thanks to the enchanted moths that inhabited the island, trailed behind, leading their way back to the entrance. From further into the labyrinth, a moaning began to echo. The moaning grew louder and clearer. It turned into words from some ancient language they could not understand. The king's cursed voice. The hairs on Captain Allegra's arm stood on end. She looked back at the first mate, whose eyes remained locked in the blackness of the passage for a moment too long before noticing the captain's gaze. The first mate nodded silently ahead. Following the king's ghostly song deeper and deeper into the labyrinth, they came upon a rocky gap spilling forth otherworldly blue light. The great basin of the dead king's throne room lay below. Skeletal in rotted robes, the king was hunched over the blue orb, topping his royal scepter. Shadows of his bony fingers danced on the wall like ghouls, and he sang wailing souls, flowed by and one by one through the cracks in the cave walls, pulled into the orb, causing it to glow brighter and brighter. Behind the king, a long staircase hewn from a rock led down into the chamber from a passage at the top. So clearly, somebody read the second Dragonlance Chronicles novel. Was that Dragons of Autumn, Twilight? Summer Flame? I forget. Anyway, the second one. The one with the wizard who was, sort of under the spell of Cayenne Bloodbane. Anyway, Allegra said, "We have the advantage in numbers. I will draw his attention and then you," but the first mate interrupted. "No, I'm smaller and quicker, and you know of dealing with mystic energies like these. I will circle to the other side, get the king's attention, and lead him on a merry chase." She held up the silk line, all traced by this invincible thread, of course. Allegra said, "It is a good plan, but perhaps we should go together." The first mate shook her head. "You know this is our best chance. Don't be afraid for me." They grasped hands and exchanged 3 tight squeezes, their palms growing warm. The first mate tied the shining thread to the belt of her trousers, gave a quick salute and a wink, and dashed off. Allegra waited, staring vigilantly across at the top of the stairs where the first mate was to appear. The king continued his, "Wait, no, no!" The singing stopped. The king turned and began walking up the stairs. Allegra wanted to call out to do anything to stop the first mate from running headfirst into danger. She tried tugging on the line to signal her. No use. The king was nearly at the top of the stairs when the first mate burst through the passageway. She skidded to a stop. Even from across the yawning basin, Allegra could see the first mate's eyes grow wide. She turned and ran. Summoning his undead power, the king left the ground, levitating, gliding behind her with distressing speed. From some dank passageway much far away, Allegra heard the first mate scream. She was already running towards the sound. The line in Allegra's hand went taut, then shuddered. It fell slack to the stone floor. As Allegra ran, she was gathering the line, twisting it around her arm. She came to its end. The unbreakable thread dangled limply, its end shredded and frayed in her hand. She tossed it to the ground and ran. Ooh, very spooky. Seems like the Undead King has things well in hand, though, so let's just leave that story there. Stay out of the closet. You want to shut? Thank you. Sonic Boom. Oh, K-Sync. That's the precursor to NSYNC, of course. It's like the all-girl version. Yeah. And Juliana Hatfield was there. Mighty Mighty Boss Tones. Sweet. Sing a little Royal Oil. Buffalo Tom. Black the Offspring. Dexter and Noodles would be there. Social Distortion. Lisa Loeb. Lisa Loeb? Come on, man. Nobody wants to see Lisa Loeb. Not even Lisa Loeb. Alright, let's move this pillow because there's something underneath it. Hi, Lonnie. I wrote this in first period and left it in your locker on the way to second. It's what all the cool kids are doing, I've decided. Write me back. Also, here's an idea for something to draw. 2 cats on a motorcycle together. Hey, this is a good idea. What all the cool kids are actually doing is sewing each other pages in their beepers. Sending each other pages in their beepers. But we're cooler than them because guess what? They didn't put this on a beeper. Or they can't put this on a beeper. Man, Lonnie's handwriting is terrible. Not that I'm one to judge. My handwriting is also terrible. 2 cats on a motorcycle, though, in fact, do exist. Your drawing of cats was so good that I added a background to make it even better. Maybe I should just stick to writing, though. Haha, I like it. How did you know they were about to be abducted by aliens? I'm looking at Mr. Fish right now. I feel like he would probably have lots of cats. Also, like his secret shame is he watches 90210 religiously. I'll ask him about it after class. He said he doesn't have cats, and also that he's never watched 90210, but I could see in his eyes he was lying. Hey, man, don't be fucking hating on 90210. I am not having any of this Greenbriar clan. You and your 90210 hate. You just don't appreciate fucking significant, meaningful, impactful drama. Goddamn hating on Aaron Spelling and everything he accomplished. You guys need to get with the times, man. 90210 was an unappreciated fucking masterpiece. Sick of these little stupid high schoolers bagging on it. What do they know? 90210 was fantastic television. Brenda, Dylan, Steve Sanders, Brian Austin Green, Tori Spelling, characters whose names I don't remember, although I'm pretty sure Donna, her name was Donna Tori Spelling. I don't remember Brian Austin Green character's name, because he wasn't that relevant. Anyway, Sam, I think the creative rating track would be perfect for you, Mrs. Is that Blacklock? At least somebody appreciates Sam's creative gifts. Alright, so summer college program for young scholars. Looking to go to Reed College, English Creative Writing. 3 students from each track will be offered a full scholarship for their first year at Reed. Hoo-hoo. Well, given Dad's somewhat seeming financial difficulties and the fact that he's getting fired from a gig as a freelance writer, I guess a scholarship is probably going to be pretty important if you're looking to pay for that schooling. All right, let's check out more of Sam's room. I'm guessing we don't have the combination of this locker, but that's fine. I haven't had that much to drink, Jodie Foster. Hey, see, you're bagging on 90210, and then right there, bam, picture of Kelly. Stop picking on 90210. Picking on Kelly, I simply won't have it. I will not have it. You'd better not have been reading my secret diary again. Okay. Here you go, Mitten. Have some pate. Little Neve Campbell. Gross. Row. Alright. So clearly a picture of the long-lost Mitten being immortalized. Ah, Kelly. You know, Dylan really should have belonged with you, not that Brenda bitch. Really, you two were meant to be together. I don't care what they say about 90210 or Brenda. You two were destined to be together, Kelly. You were. Anyway. What other stuff can we paw through here in our sister's private space? Alright, just get a cup here. X-Files fan? Alright, so maybe it's Samantha that's an X-Files fan and not Dad. That somewhat lowers my opinion of Dad slightly. Grab a Steggy Stelly. Clearly some kind of... Okay, this is a Stegosaurus. It says Steggy. I mean, it's written right on the thing, Kaitlin. Right on the thing. Anything under the pillow? Doesn't look like it. Let's just put that back. Crush Groove. Kurt Cobain. Yes, he's still dead. 1994. What do we got here? More Groove. AIDS in Africa. Soul Asylum Live. There's something you want to see. Actually, I kind of like Soul Asylum. Eddie Vedder and Weezer. Okay, now I feel bad for making fun of Sam, because 2 of these bands I actually own albums from. Grave Dancers Union was a fantastic album, and I think I own every album Weezer has ever produced. So I also liked Veruca Salt as well. All right, so maybe once in a while Groove Magazine gets it right. Fine. Once in a while they come out with a decent article that doesn't make me want to retch. Once in a while. All right, is there anything else over here? We got some soiled panties, an old shirt. Anything under the bed? A slip. Another can of Dr. Jitters. A lot of calories in that Dr. Jitters. All right, what's the slip say? Fletcher, period 5, shop 1, metalworking engraving, C-. Not a challenging assignment, metal plaque for a family portrait, reasonable subject, but not complex. When I said that mom and dad should be replaced with their parents' names, I did not mean just add them underneath. Acceptable leveling on edges, show more pride in your work. It seems to me like Sam probably is not the sort well suited for a class in metalworking. All right, what's this brochure? The Brother 150 Ferris. Of course, it's a Phaedrus, new for 1965. This is the one me and Dad are building. Want to go for a ride when it's done. I'm guessing this was probably intended for Lonnie. Don't think we'll check out this room just yet. Every crumpled piece of paper is somehow a clue to where our family goes. Apparently, nobody in this family crumples anything unless it's dramatic and personally important to them. Like, they won't just wad something up and push it in the trash. It's not just like a receipt for a box of cereal. Every time, it's got to be some kind of dramatic, life-wrenching moment. Yolanda DeSoto. Soto wearing a t-shirt with an unacceptable image on the front, a large beer can labeled Pabst Blue Ribbon. Oh, so a fucking 1994's pre-hipster hipster. I mean, that's true hipstering right there. That's next level hipstering. Being a hipster before it was fucking cool to be a hipster. Holy shit, we may have found the goddamn hipster holy grail. Yolanda DeSoto is a fucking trendsetter. Wow. DeSoto was given the option to turn her shit inside out, change into a shirt from a gym locker, or be suspended from the rest of the day. She chose to be suspended. Her father was called, but there was no answer and no answering machine. Mrs. DeSoto must return this form tomorrow, signed by her father, Maria. Well, I guess, so Lonnie threw this in the trash. All right, that's fine. More discount tissues. I'm telling you, Mom. Let's check out the hairbrush. Any incriminating hair or DNA samples we can use to reconstitute our sister? Nope. Just looks like a regular brush. Well, I guess the Star Trek method of saving one's life is not going to work. Sorry, doctor whose name I don't remember because you weren't Dr. Crusher. More of these mauve color swatches. That's the second time we've seen that. Somebody's really into mauve. Grab a button. The Misfits. Okay. An eraser, a pencil, more cups. This Sam needs... I mean, this amount of dirty dishes that she's leaving everywhere. Just dirty dishes and old food. This is really not acceptable behavior, Samantha. I mean, your room is going to be infested with, like, roaches and ants and shit. This is not cool. You really don't want these kind of critters just invading your personal space. Ultraviolet nailed it. Okay. So, clearly, we've got mauve on mauve action here. Bam. That's what she was looking at color swatches for. She was trying to pick out nail polish. Well, that mystery is solved. I mean, at least we've solved one mystery. All right, let's see what she likes to read. Frankenstein, good. Metamorphosis, also good. Both Franz Kafka and Ovid. The Scarlet Pimpernel, less good. War of the Worlds, pretty good. Master of Balantrine, honestly, that one I haven't read. Call of the Wild, Jack London, that's some solid shit. Treasure Island, good. The Virginian, I have not read that. Selected stories and poems. Oh, Edgar Allan Poe. There's your champion right there. E.A. Poe, fucking master. Rudyard Kipling's Jumble Book honestly leaves something to be desired. Ben-Hur is pretty good. I love Mark Twain. A little bit of Tom Sawyer's all right. Oliver Twist, of course, Charles Dickens, the classic. And Emma by Jane Austen, a questionable entry in that series. And I mean this series of books, actually. That's probably the weakest entry other than possible exception of the Jungle Book, which is not really very good. All right, what's this clipping? We actually already looked at this. Yes, we did. So another empty glass, another dirty plate. I mean, geez. Our sister is filthy. This room should just be infested with, like, ants, roaches, and other critters. It's really kind of going to the dogs. Is there anything in this desk drawer? Nope. So what do we got? Malaise. This is a portrait of Ophelia, actually, I believe. Interesting. All right. And the footsteps outside, boy, that's not at all in any way, shape, or form creepy. But considering the fact that I'm totally creeping on my sister and snooping through a room, maybe creepy is what I should expect. But either way, I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up for now. I really feel that we've violated enough of our sister's privacy for one day by pouring through a room. I mean, we did everything but read her friggin' diary. And if her diary had been here, granted, we probably would have read it. But still, we're kind of scummy enough for one day. So if you enjoyed the episode, feel free to drop a like down in the comments section. Of course, your support really does mean a lot to us. And if you love 90210 as much as I do, consider subscribing as well. Seriously, Kelly, totally underappreciated. Anyway, consider subscribing. Of course, if you'd like it, we post new episodes of Gone Home every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Right now, however, thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you again soon. I heart you forever, Dylan.